Hello students, how are you all? I hope all of you are well at your respective home. Now students, earlier we discussed trial of warrant cases instituted otherwise than on police report by the judicial magistrate, and we discussed section 200 and 203, 204 also, 244 to 248. All these sections were discussed in that criminal complaint case. Now today we will take the case when FIR is registered. Now we will discuss this chapter 19 of CRPC, trial of warrant cases by judicial magistrate. And here section 238 to 243 and 248 are involved. And first of all, let us discuss that now instead of filing a criminal complaint, a person has filed FIR. He has registered an FIR by making complaint to the police, and police has registered an FIR. Once information relating to cognizable offense has been given to the police will record the FIR under section 154. FIR means first information report. Now the information report must relate to the cognizable offense. Now if it is non-cognizable, then the police officer, he will record the contents in a daily diary report, but he will give direction to the complainant to go to the magistrate because he is not competent. Now keep one thing in mind, that police officer is competent to register an FIR and to arrest the accused, to conduct the investigation only in cognizable cases. But on the other hand, judicial magistrate is competent to deal with all the cases. It may be cognizable, it may be non-cognizable. He is competent to deal with that. Now, when FIR is registered, then it is the duty of the police to conduct investigation under section 156. Now, police officer will conduct the investigation and collect the material from the site of occurrence, and he will also examine the witnesses under section 161 of CRPC. And after thorough investigation, he will prepare a report and he will present the report before judicial magistrate. Now this report is called police report. Now some more words are very familiar to express this report. It is also called as a charge sheet also, challan also. Now when this police report is presented before the judicial magistrate, it is the duty of the judicial magistrate to first of all supply copies of challan, copies of FIR, and copies of all statements which he has recorded or any other material which he has collected from that incident place. Now, after supplying the copies, now accused has come to know that what is case against him. Then the magistrate will hear the arguments from both the sides, from counsel of the accused and from public prosecutor. Public prosecutor will say that sufficient material is there to frame the charge. On the other hand, defense counsel will make a request, look here sir, the accused has been fabricated. The case has been entirely fabricated. Accused has been framed here. Therefore, accused is entitled to discharge. Now, if the judicial magistrate is of the view that there is no material, there is no sufficient ground to raise the presumption that accused has prima facie committed any offense, then he will discharge the accused under section 239 of this CRPC. Now 239 is dealing with when accused shall be discharged. Now under section 239, when there is no material against the accused is entitled to be discharged. Now discharge means that he can be tried again when sufficient material appears before the court or presented before the court by the police by conducting further investigation. Now suppose the judicial magistrate is of the view that there is a sufficient material on the record to raise the presumption that accused has committed an offense. Then he will frame the charge under section 240 of CRPC. Now, after framing the charge, he will explain and he will ask the accused whether he pleads guilty. If the accused pleads guilty, then the judicial magistrate may convict the accused. And after conviction, judicial magistrate is having 4 options. Now, we have discussed all these 4 options in a criminal complaint case also. Briefly, I will disclose to you people here. Now, 4 options mean the accused can be admonished under section 360 if the allegations against him is of trivial nature. It is a trifle. It is a slight case. If the judicial magistrate is of the opinion that accused has committed an offense, but he should be given an opportunity to reform himself, now he can be released on probation with the condition that he will maintain good behavior in the society, he will not disturb the peaceful atmosphere of the society, he will not commit any offense within coming 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. Maximum condition can be of 3 years, not beyond that. If accused has complied with the order and he has not disturbed the atmosphere, then the matter will be over. Then he will be free from all liabilities. But in case he commits offense again or he violates the provisions of that bond which he has furnished, now then he will be called again to the court and he will be given the punishment for that offense which he had committed. Now, if the judicial magistrate is of the view that he is not competent to give more punishment, on that day I have disclosed that a judicial magistrate second class is having power to give imprisonment up to 1 year and impose fine up to 5,000. On the other hand, judicial magistrate first class, he is competent to impose fine up to 10,000, but imprisonment up to 3 years. If the judicial magistrate first class is of the view that punishment in specific case should be more than 3 years, then he should refer the case, he should present the case before the Chief Judicial Magistrate under section 325 of CRPC for giving adequate punishment. And in case the judicial magistrate is of the view that he is competent to give punishment, he does not choose any of the options, any of the three options, then he will give punishment to that accused. Now let us see if the accused does not plead guilty. He says that the case has been fabricated against him. Then the judicial magistrate will ask the public prosecutor to summon the witnesses, and judicial magistrate can issue the summons on the request of the public prosecutor, and public prosecutor will examine the witnesses under section 242 of CRPC. Now, when evidence is over, when the public prosecutor has concluded his evidence, then section 313 plays its role. 313 of CRPC, statement of accused. Now, statement of accused is recorded for the purpose of explaining the accused why the case has been framed against him. Now, in that, it is a question answer form. Now, he will be asked that this witness has raised allegation against you. What do you want to say? He may say whatever he want to say. We will record his answer. Like that, there may be many questions. Now, after recording this statement of accused will put his signatures. The judicial magistrate will also put his signatures on that statement of accused. Now, thereafter, the accused is also entitled to produce his evidence also. Now, he can produce his evidence under this section 243. Now, we will examine his witnesses also. After examination of all the witnesses, then both the parties will be asked, counsel of the accused and public prosecutor, to sum up their case, to argument their case, and they will submit their respective arguments. Now, after hearing the arguments and after going through the entire evidence on the record, if the judicial magistrate is of the view that the accused has committed the offense because public prosecutor has proved the case beyond the shadow of reasonable doubt, then he will be convicted. But in case the public prosecutor has failed to prove the case beyond the shadow of reasonable doubt, then he shall be acquitted. Suppose if he has been convicted, then again there will be four options with the judicial magistrate. Suppose judicial magistrate has opted the last option that he wants to give punishment. Then before giving punishment, under section 241, and here also, he will hear the accused. He will ask the accused what he wants to say on quantum of sentence. Under section 248, specific provision has been made, just like the provisions made under section 235 subsection 2. Now he will hear the arguments, and after hearing the arguments, only then he will pass the sentence, whatever the sentence is imposed on that accused. Now, students, this was the entire trial by the judicial magistrate. This is a trial of warrant cases instituted on police report. Now you are well aware that how the trial of warrant cases instituted on otherwise than on police report, and how this type of cases, warrant cases instituted on police report, are tried. Now, therefore, you must have full grip over each and every section. Now, I will come with some authorities of Honorable Supreme Court, how they have interpreted. And we will minutely go through each and every section. Because here, throughout the year, because I will take 1 year to complete all 26 topics of law, and we will not leave any section. We will read each and every section. Now CRPC, it is having 37 chapters. We will read each and every chapter. It is having 484 sections. We will start from one section to 484. We will not leave any sections. For me, nothing is unimportant. Similarly, in IPC, there are 23 chapters. Now from section 1 onward to section 511, we will read each and every section. Why I am putting stress on this? Because you should also keep in mind that nothing is important in all these acts, because High Court is at liberty to ask any question from anywhere. Therefore, we should not say that this is unimportant, this is important. We may say that this is more important. This is one of the most important topics, but we should not say that this is unimportant. Now, similarly, there are 51 orders of CPC. Now, there are 11 parts of CPC. We will discuss each and every section. Now, Indian Evidence Act, we will come from section 1 to 167. All sections we will see. CPC, it is having from one section to 158. We will go through that. Now, firstly, you are expected to have grip over each and every section. Only then you will be able to interpret the section and to understand the judgments of the Supreme Court. That is why I am telling you that have full grip, full command over all these sections and all the sections which I have already discussed with regard to trial, because the topics of trial is really very, very important topics in CRPC. Therefore, we will read each and every line, and we will discuss multiple authorities also. And I will ask sometime from you people also that what is your opinion. All right, students, this was the trial of warrant cases instituted on the basis of police report. Thank you for patiently hearing me. Have a good day.